guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor R.
And a big thanks to Brian and the rest of the management and staff here at Carl Flamer Ford in Tarpon Springs, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Brian.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Raptor R has been the highest performance model of the F-150 Raptor since 2023. Getting Ford's 5.2-liter supercharged V8 shared with the GT500, cranking out 720 horsepower, 640 pound-feet of torque, capable of a 0 to 60 time as quick as 3.6 seconds as tested by Car and Driver. The R also comes equipped as a fully loaded Raptor with 37-inch all-terrain tires, 1.1-inch additional clearance for a total of 13 inches of ground clearance, with Fox dual-valve live shocks with continuously variable rebound control. The Raptor R, on top of getting a fully loaded Raptor interior, also gets custom Recaro seats with R-specific embroidery all throughout, and a 2025 Raptor, which already starts at almost $80,000, about the same price as the fully loaded 5-liter Tremor that we just reviewed in this channel. And the R is a $31,000 premium for a total of a $111,000 base price. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So styling wise, not necessarily the easiest to tell the difference between the Raptor R and the 37-inch tire equipped regular Raptor, outside of the R logo up front, and the Raptor logo in the rear has the R as a different color. But for the most part, the exterior styling is very similar. We get some more aggressive fender flares, a more aggressive suspension, but I believe the 37-inch tire equipped regular Raptor also gets a very similar, if not the exact same suspension that we have here. The approach angle here is also a little bit more aggressive with red contrasted recovery hooks. We get rigid LED headlamps, full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera with the Ford blacked out R with a red contrast, and we get the 3 lights signifying the increased width. And you can really tell about that increased width with the front and rear fender flares looking like a complete body change compared to a standard F-150. We get an additional marker on each fender flare, full LED headlamps with dual projector LEDs, LED daytime running lights, and LED turn signals as well. Black headlight housing, black contrasted grille, and a really aggressive Raptor R specific hood with Raptor R labeled on the little hood scoop, which I don't believe is functional, but when we pop the hood, we'll check it out. We get skid plates all underneath this underbody. We get these dark gunmetal gray 17-inch rims. They're Raptor R specific and they're beadlock capable, wrapped in BF Goodrich all-terrain TAKO2 all-terrain tires. They're 37 inches, Baja Champions. The dimensions are 37 by 12.5 R17s. These 12.5 wide tires should have no problem putting the power to the ground, especially with this all-time 4-wheel drive system. Unlike the Ram TRX, you can actually disable this 4-wheel drive system, but for the purpose of this review, we'll leave it in 4-wheel drive auto the entire time. We get the 6-lug pattern as well, a ton of ground clearance for a total of 13 inches. Running boards, just like the Tremor reviewed in this channel, they don't take up a lot of room, but if you want an additional ½ inch to an inch, I'm sure removing these running boards won't necessarily hurt. The fender flares are aggressive with a built-in splash guard for the front and the rear, which we'll check out in 1 second. Functional heat extractor up top. Body color mirrors, LED turn signal on it with a camera on the mirror to help us out with the 360. Blind spot monitoring on the glass. We get all black trim for the window trim with body color up top. Smart access for the driver and a front passenger. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor R. It is a massive truck. I just wish the styling was a little bit more differentiated from the standard 37-inch Raptor, but either way, this and the 37-inch Raptor are both unbelievably aggressive pickup trucks. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. Right here, you can pick up your dual valve live dampers from Fox. We don't get the wheelhouse liners, which may make this underbody a little bit dirtier if we take it off-road, but it is cool to be able to see the actual suspension. The only difference with the rear wheel and tire setup is a smaller brake caliper. We mentioned the running board. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. Gas cap, it's not push to open, but you don't have to pull any latches with 91 plus octane being required. Easy fill as well. Unfortunately, no Raptor R graphics on the bed area. I'm sure it's available as a package or available standard, with this being requested removal. Anyway, before we check out the rear styling, let me take a step over here, show you guys the window sticker on this 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor. With the 4x4 Super Crew 145-inch wheelbase 5.2 liter supercharged V8 with the electronic 10-speed automatic transmission. With a space white metallic exterior paint color, Recaro black leather seats. You guys can pause, take a look at all the standard features. Options, the R is an additional $32,000, giving us the aluminum beadlock capable wheels and the dual valve shocks, among many other options and features. $600 for the bed liner. The bed mat is $200, so $32,720 in total options, a $2,000 destination charge, totaling us out a tick under $114,000. Definitely getting up there in price with 12 combined MPGs, 10 in the city, 15 on the highway, directly competing with, say, a Ram TRX, but this isn't really any better on fuel. It is quicker though, noticeably quicker, about half a second compared to that TRX. You get full LED taillights. You can see your Raptor R specific badging, black contrasted tailgate. It's not the Pro Access tailgate that the F-150 now has to offer, but not a big deal. I'm sure most contractors aren't going to be buying a Raptor R to be hauling their 2x4s, 4x4s, whatever by 4s. But the dual exhaust tips are aggressive, full rear parking sensing. The front bumper was steel, the rear bumper also steel. Hopefully you guys can pick up the underbody. See what we have going on under here, the aggressive differential, suspension, and super wide 37-inch KO2 tires. Trailer hitch, the Raptor R can tow 8,700 pounds, whereas the regular Raptor can tow 8,200 pounds. Shout out Carl Flamer Ford in Tarpon Springs, Florida for helping make this review possible. We get the zone light right next to our backup camera with an electronically opening tailgate. You gotta press and hold for it to drop for you. And as you guys see, pretty quick process with the ruler on your F-150 tailgate, just like all other F-150s. Cup holder, nice little storage area, perfect little workbench if you're using this on the job site with tie downs. Could be functional as a bottle opener. We get the spray-in bed liner here and the bed mat, so you don't have to worry about your cargo sliding around. LED third brake light with an additional light for a zone light, might function as a digital rear view mirror. We'll see if that's the case when we take a step inside. We get 2 sets of tie downs in each corner with LED box lighting, 120 volt, 400 watt max AC outlet with a waterproof storage compartment on the opposite side, Ford etched into the bed liner. That's about it though, guys, for this bed area. The payload, I'll leave a link right over here with the electronic opening tailgate. Actually, let's drop right back down, show you guys the F-150 bed step. With this increased ride height, this step makes things a lot easier with a grab handle if you're on the smaller side, making it one of the more convenient steps on the road today. Not quite as convenient as the GMC Multi-Pro tailgate, but that's a cost option. I believe this comes standard on this standard F-150 Raptor R tailgate. We can lift it right back up with a click of a button, and that's about it. We mentioned the dual exhaust tips. We get the dual recovery hooks in between them. But speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this monster 5.2 liter supercharged V8 and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the 5.2 liter supercharged Predator V8 engine sold by Ford for the 2025 F-150 Raptor R. And it sounds unbelievable, cranking out 720 horsepower, 640 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission with a part and full-time four-wheel drive system. You can expect 0 to 60 in the mid to high 3-second range. Car and Driver tested this monster at 3.6 seconds. It sits low in the engine bay to help out handling. The hydraulic struts are appreciated with an additional air funnel to suck in some additional air for this monster. Functional heat extraction, as you see up top that we mentioned at the beginning of this review. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, and walk around this 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor R one more time. Let's take a step inside and see what we get with a top of the line, the most expensive vehicle that Ford sells for the 2025 model year. Up top, we get leather stitching with orange contrast, gushy soft leather armrest, F-150 grab handle, auto one-touch windows up front, power windows out rear, power folding mirrors, four-way adjustable 3-person memory seats with some carbon fiber as well. Lock and unlock. Bang & Olufsen ultimate 14-speaker audio system. We get some additional storage in the center, just like every other F-150, for the most part, underneath the Bang & Olufsen aluminum speaker grille. We get Ford Performance nameplate as we step inside. We get some super aggressive Recaro buckets with red perforation, suede Alcantara contrast. The R is illuminated red to signify this is the Raptor R. Fully adjustable, you get two-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide. The bolsters are aggressive, but still really comfortable. So if you're a big boy pushing 250, 300 pounds, these aren't the Recaros that you're used to from like the Mustang or the Focus RS, Focus ST. These are really comfortable, very big boy approved. But taking a step inside, the running board definitely helps with these monster 37-inch tires and 13 inches of ground clearance from the brake. Engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So first thing we notice, this isn't that much of a different interior compared to a standard Raptor. Yes, we get the orange, red, R illumination and contrast all throughout. For the most part, it's a similar interior. The steering wheel is a little bit more aggressive. We don't get the red contrast in the center, but it's still notched. The red contrast stitching, aggressive 10-2 bolstering notch, and 9-3 fits perfect in your hand. Horn area is hard plastic. The horn, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We get thick dual pane windows, aluminum paddle shifters. You press this R button in the top left corner and have like a My Custom mode. Right now, the My Custom mode puts everything in two-wheel drive and all the calm modes. And then you can throw it into Sport or Baja and turn things into their most aggressive modes. Unfortunately, Baja turns you into or puts you into four-wheel drive high, not four-wheel drive auto. So I personally avoid it and stick to sport mode if you're going to be using it on the street. But off-road, Baja is your sport mode. That's the purpose of it for this off-road monster pickup truck. We also get our volume, voice commands, lane keep assist, radar cruise control. On the right side, we get our infotainment adjustments. Speaking of infotainment adjustments, our menu includes My View, Trip, Fuel, Heads Up display. Hopefully you can pick up the Heads Up display on camera. It's Ford's new, I believe, 14 or 15-inch system, and it looks really good. Raptor information. The Raptor information includes Raptor status, off-road, pitch and roll, and My Gauges. We get measurements, tire pressure, compass, engine information, and our seat belts as well. That's about it. We also get our towing, navigation, phone, and audio, vehicle maintenance, and settings. My personal favorite would be the trip fuel at our fuel economy, so we can see it at all times. The tach goes to 7,000 RPM. This isn't the flat plane crank Voodoo engine that we had from the GT350 that revved to like 8,300 RPM. It's a similar overall output, or not output, similar overall displacement, but this is a cross plane crank, still revving at 7,000 RPM. Insanity in a truck like this. The speedometer goes to 140. I believe this truck's limited at 114 miles an hour electronically, but it gets there in like 11 seconds, I believe, 11.1 or 11.5 seconds. That's insane. A truck like this can reach its top speed that fast. And it's limited, of course, because with these 37-inch tires, 6,000 pounds of weight, you don't want to be hitting corners at 120 in this thing. We get a power tilt and telescoping steering column, fog lights, interior brightness, zone light right next to it, our zone light for our bed on the left side, adjustable pedals, electronic parking brake, and hopefully get a good look at the pedals themselves. I kind of wish they were aluminum contrasted. The dashboard is all leather stitched. We get the 12-inch touchscreen shared with just about all F-150s outside of the base models. Right now we're looking at our audio. We can check out our phone, navigation. The navigation screen is Ford's latest sync display with unbelievable response. Resolution is just about perfect. We can recenter ourselves, favorites, apps, settings, and features. You can see everything that we have available. On the right side, we can alternate between FM or music, navigation screen, phone, trip computer, fuel economy, off-road status, zone lighting, bed camera, and that's about it. My personal favorite screen to leave it at all times would probably be the bed camera. That seems pretty cool, and we'll leave it there. Unfortunately, we don't have a digital rear view mirror. The bed camera is basically our digital rear view mirror, but I personally don't love the digital rear view mirrors most of the time, so this bed camera isn't necessarily much of a compromise. My personal favorite screen to leave it at all times would be the map. Beneath that, or to the left of that, we have a Pro Trailer mode for a reverse trailer assist, our trailer brake controller, and we have our four-wheel drive controller with full-time four-wheel drive and part-time four-wheel drive, locking rear differential. Don't believe the front differential here locks, unfortunately, but not the end of the world. Should be more than enough with the rear differential locking. With a $120,000 pickup truck, I don't think you want to be taking this truck places where you got to lock both differentials. But our drive mode selector, we get normal mode, off-road, Baja, rock crawl, sport mode, tow haul, and slippery. We'll start the review off in sport, try out normal, and just see what the differences are. But for the most part, you're gonna be driving this truck in sport because you're not gonna be getting very good fuel economy either way. We get our volume dial that feels expensive. You can press this button to access our forward-facing camera and 360. Our different views for the forward-facing camera include a full forward-facing, sectional view, bed view, rear view camera, over the top trailer hitch, side blind zone, and our trailer camera if you have a camera connected to your trailer. Press this camera button one more time, it returns right back to our previous screen. Hazards, turn off the traction control, pause and skip. Tune dial feels just as premium as the volume dial. Dual zone automatic front climate control, heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated front seats. We can open up this carbon fiber trimmed storage area, the wireless phone charging pad, USB-A and C port, the gear selector controlling the 10-speed automatic transmission. The backup camera, we already checked it out, but as you see, guidance lines and trajectory with and over the top 360-degree camera as well. We can hide this gear selector down pretty quickly, and this activates or allows us to drop the center console down and access our mobile office with a table, 120 volt, 400 watt max AC outlet to charge everything up with a 12 volt right above it. Perfect for snacks, perfect for work environments, with Raptor R embroidered into the center console with some suede Alcantara in each corner. The glove box, or the center console, we didn't open up the actual center console for you guys, but super spacious, just like the Tremor we just reviewed on this channel. You'll fit 4, maybe 5 iPhones here, business cards, coins, and 7, 8, maybe up to 10 2-liter bottles of soda. Super spacious for the center console. The glove boxes, more of that carbon fiber trim for the top tier. It's spacious, you'll fit 6, 7, maybe 8 pairs of socks. Should be able to fit a pair of shoes up there in the lower tier. Not damped or lined felt, not super deep either, but I'd expect you to fit 15, 20 license plates. Should be able to fit 5 or 6 Harry Potter books. We get an auto-dimming rear view mirror. It's not frameless or digital. 3 garage home link settings, 6 auxiliary switches, sunglass holder. Interior lights are LED. Unfortunately, no panoramic moonroof. At this price point, that should have been a standard feature, but if that's my only complaint with this interior, speaks volumes. We mentioned the heads-up display. That's really about it for the front seat, at least, of this 2025 F-150 Raptor R. It is a really loaded interior. We are getting up there in price, but this is the best performing pickup truck out on the road today. We get leather stitching up top with suede Alcantara contrast, carbon fiber as well. F-150 door handle, gushy soft armrest. You'll fit a foot long in the storage pocket. You'll stack 2 on top of each other, 24-ounce water bottle, and a Bang & Olufsen speaker, additional 24-ounce water bottle up top. The rear seats are decently bolstered for a rear truck. We have microfiber Alcantara contrast, Raptor R embroidered. We can lift these latches and lift the seats right up with some additional storage. You can lock it and drop it to access a flat floor. So if your wife kicks you out of the house, you can throw a sleeping bag back here and sleep in the back of your 2025 F-150 Raptor R. We can take a step in the back seat. The running board and the grab handles definitely help. And just like every F-150 reviewed in this channel, we have over a foot of knee room. Without the moonroof, I have like 3 inches of headroom. So if you're under 7 feet tall, you shouldn't have any issue sitting in the back seat of a 2025 Raptor R. We have mat pockets behind both the front seats. You'll fit 24-ounce water bottles with a cigarette pack functioning as our mug handle holder. Air vents, heated seats, no ventilated seats at this price point. Ventilated seats would be appreciated. 12-volt charge ports, USB-C ports, 120 volt, 400 watt max AC outlet. The center cubby armrest, we have a rope to pull. It's decently soft leather. You'll fit 16 to 24 ounce water bottles with no problem. We get a hook on both sides of the upper roof area with the LED light right next to it, the grab handle being right over here to help the passengers in and out of this massive full-size pickup truck. If we didn't mention, we also have an electronically opening 5th window back here, but that's about it for the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor R. It is an unbelievably loaded pickup truck. It looks sick with these 37-inch tires, and with the supercharged 5.2-liter V8, it is the best performing pickup truck just about ever created, and definitely the best performing pickup truck out on the road today, especially with the Ram TRX no longer being in the equation. But speaking of this being the best performing pickup truck out on the road today, let's take this 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor R out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2025 Ford F-150 Raptor R. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, it feels really comfortable. Over the bumps, these 37-inch tires absorb them very well. We're starting off in sport. With the electronically controlled suspension in their more aggressive modes, it still feels very comfortable. And for an engine that sounds like this Voodoo or Predator 5.2-liter V8, this interior isolates you really well. Of course, you have a very commanding view of the road, sitting 13 inches off the ground with these 37-inch tires. Brakes feel really good. You take a step out here. Just slightly leaning into it and you feel all that 640 pound-feet of torque. The transmission feels snappy in sport. For a truck this size, it's very easy to drive this thing in a straight line. These KO2 tires don't really hum at all, even on this concrete pavement. You don't hear a lot of road noise. Feel the torque, yeah, really responsive. Bump. Feels really good. Bump. We don't have leaf springs here in the Raptor R. We don't have leaf springs in the standard Raptor either. And you can definitely tell. Cleans up the ride out rear fantastically. All right, taking a step out here, about half throttle. You hear that supercharger whine, and this thing has a lot of get up and go. All right, guys, one time, let's open it up in sport mode, see what it's got on the gas. Woo! I mean, yeah, this thing is quicker than the Dark Horse we just reviewed on this channel. Wow, and since this is a 6,000 pound pickup truck with over 700 horsepower, unlike the Dark Horse, it feels like you're driving a 9-second drag car the way that it squats in the back. And now taking it out of sport mode, just cruising along at highway speeds. Very quiet in here. This is one of the quieter F-150s we reviewed on this channel once you're out of sport mode. Brakes feel very good. All right, one more time, guys. Real world turning radius, no longer in sport mode. Turning radius is just like the Tremor we reviewed, about half throttle, and you still hear the whine. You look down and you are moving. This is such a monster of a power plant, and it's still smooth. It's not jerky by any means. It feels comfortable in here. Everything about this truck is very comfortable. You wouldn't expect that when you see a 700 plus horsepower supercharged V8 in a monster off-road pickup. Overall, guys, if you're looking for the most impressive, fastest, most off-road capable full-size pickup truck out on the road today, you're looking at it, and I would 100% recommend checking out the 2025 F-150 Raptor R. I'd recommend checking out the Raptor in general, but if you're looking for that next level performance, this is it. And a big thanks to Brian and the rest of the management and staff here at Carl Flammer Ford in Tarpon Springs, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tarpon Springs, Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Brian. And huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.